Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at Jason Shockwave Faria, somebody who I have no prior experience with. I don't have an original Shockwave figure to do a comparison with. This was after my time in Joe, so I am just going to be evaluating this at how cool of a classified figure is it. There won't be any OG comparison for me. I just want to know if this is a cool classified figure. Box looks great. We've talked plenty about the box. No need to get into that any further until the windows come back with Metalhead and Junkyard sometime early next year. Oh, look at that camo standing out. I like it. And you know what? I didn't gush enough yesterday. I hope you watched yesterday's review as well. I'll bring him right back real quick. Ripper's camo looks great too. The contrast is excellent. I did not give that enough credit yesterday. The coverage and the contrast on Ripper looks really good. So I hope we're seeing a new standard in camo on Classified, because in a lot of cases previously it really hasn't, in my opinion, been what it should be. Oh great, he's got double stupid plastic tie things. Totally unnecessary. Oh man, look at that camo. Looks really good. Nice high contrast. The little yellow dots add a lot to it. Great job on that. These stupid plastic bits. Grayscale art looks really cool. So cool, in fact, I wouldn't mind seeing an urban camo version, like a black and white urban camo version of him, or like Night Force. Maybe a Night Force Shockwave I'd be okay with. I know that wasn't a thing, but they've done all kinds of stuff that wasn't a thing. Yeah, I like him. Ooh, look at this boot design. Okay, we'll get a little closer up in a minute. We want to take in the figure overall as it is at first. Got a little arm issue here. I'm guessing because... No? Huh. I was going to say I'm guessing because there might be a closure on this side, but there isn't. And it also doesn't... I was wondering if maybe it was a little further over, and it's not. I just don't like it, and this is more of a me problem. When an arm can't just hang directly down at the side. Oh, he's got his Ew. Not a big deal. Pushes right back on. That kind of stuff generally doesn't really bother me unless it is just falling off, and as you can see, I'm pulling on it now and it's fine. It pushed right back into place. Not a big deal. So you can see his wrist guard things here match these. Kind of a cool futuristic police look. I personally like it. I know a lot of people are opposed to the shin guards. They never really bothered me. I mean, I could take or leave them. It's not like I was like, oh no, they're making some without shin guards now. But the shin guards didn't bother me ever. He's just got a cool look to him. The camo with the blue balaclava and vest. I like him a little bit more than I thought I would. And I thought he looked pretty cool, but there's just something about... He is a sort of a basic trooper. He has sort of a basic trooper look, but he's so distinctive amongst Classified that I really like him, particularly amongst Joes. There are not a lot of blues among the Joes, and it's not a Cobra blue. You know, it's not like a regular person not overly familiar with Joe would look at this and be like, well, he's probably a Cobra. Like, he has a very distinctive, different look. I'm really liking this figure a lot. Aside from the Maggie Simpson thing he's got going. Maggie Simpson snowsuit thing, as I call it, when they can't put their arms straight down at their sides. But whatever, I'm not going to pose him that way anyway. Like I said, the camo, the digital camo with the little yellow dots looks really good. Look at the detailing. Okay, well, I guess we can get up close and personal now. That detailing, the painting on the shells, the different color. Oh, he's got the Joe Pro up here, which, as I always say, I'm still a fan of them sharing this common element. I like his portrait under the balaclava. The eyes and the eyebrows look great. And I like that they kept this simple. It's just the vertical lines on it. They didn't get too crazy with texture or weave or anything like that. Like, it's still a pretty basic one. Look at the thickness of the collar. Really good design on him. What an interesting looking, again, kind of almost generic troopery, but with so many interesting little details that he's not dull. And once we get him geared up with all his accessories, he's got the fingerless gloves, which are a cool look. I don't know if that was in the original or not, but it just adds a little another touch of color to the blue, because you've got his eye, a little bit of his face exposed there, and then you've got those fingers there. It's just a little more to it than if they were just all black gloves. It's a little more character. Man, I really like this guy. I know I keep saying that, but I wasn't super excited for this one. I also like the design of the rigs on his legs here. Something a little bit different. Paint on the belt buckle, nice touch. It's not just a plain blue all the way around. Yeah, they've done a really good job. Let's take a look at the accessories and see what we've got. We're looking at a pretty high scoring figure here if they didn't blow it with the accessories, which I was not totally prepared for. Always flatten the bag out, make sure you got everything out of there. Oh, wow. And you know what? I in liking the figure as much as I do thus far, I mean, he's got a lot of little pieces here. Look at all this. All right. In liking the figure as much as I do so far, I had forgotten completely that he's got a hat. Hat looks good. Unfortunately, no camo on top, which is a little kind of weak. Oh, he does have a little bit on the bill there. So that's a nice touch. And then, like, none on that side. Kind of odd. I would have liked a little more camo coverage on the hat. But the fact that he has the hat just adds even more to the look and to the character of the figure. Do guys wear hats on top of balaclavas? I don't know, and I don't care, because this looks cool. It makes it even more GI Joey. GI Joe-ish. Cool. Great. Man, Shockwave is killing it here. He has got two. Remember, I now have decided that blaster is the word. I don't know what's going on with one of my videos, but we're sticking with blaster now. So he's got two hand blasters, because I prefer blaster to pew. Look pretty cool. They do have ports in the front, and I think they'll look really cool with some blast effects. That can't be right. That one really doesn't want to go in. But it can't be that way, because that's got, if you look, this has got the thicker edge, or the little flared out bottom there. So it definitely goes in this way. It's just being stubborn. There we go. It still didn't go in as much as the other one. These are a little softer plastic, but they're so small that it kind of doesn't matter. Let's take a look. I want to see some. Do I have matching ones here? I don't think I've got two matching ones. So this is. Oh wait, yeah I do. I don't know if this is gonna look right or not, but I just want to check it out. Pretty cool. That's probably not the effects I would use for these, but I like it. I potentially might display him with those. So he's got those two. Interesting that he doesn't have a larger blaster. I don't have the original figure, and I didn't research it or anything because I realized, like, it doesn't matter. Is this a good classified figure? That was it. That's all I was worried about. And so far, yeah, it is. He's got two different knives. One with what I believe is a lock break at the end here, although it potentially could also be to disembowel someone, I guess, if you want to get really sick about it. Which is, I can say that on YouTube, but I can't say anything about what these are actually called. And then he's got just a more standard blade, but with a cool, unique design. And I don't mind all black on these. Sure, painted blades would have been cool, but at the same time, an all black knife is a real thing. And especially if somebody's trying to, like, be a little covert, that seems to make sense. So I'm okay with those being all black. Doesn't bother me. He has got a great looking shield. I like the crossed out cobras, the lights on it. And then inside, I don't like this at all. I wish this was like, oh, but it is a softer plastic, so it's not, you're not going to have to worry about this breaking or getting stress marks. But I do wish this was just designed like the Alley Viper shield, and I don't quite understand why it's not. Now, it is bizarre, though. Is he a lefty? Well, no, it still doesn't work. Because he's got the notch up here to fire his blaster, kind of like the Alley Viper shield has. But this is situated to be held in his left hand. So that makes no sense. Unless, let's see. Oh, this isn't going to work, and I really shouldn't even be bothering to try it because we've got other reviews to get to, but now I'm just curious to see if this will even... Oh, see, well, there you go. It did pop right back off again. Not great. There we go. So just, maybe yours will be like that, maybe it won't. Hopefully it won't. Maybe they all are. I mean, it's not like it just falls off, but you are going to have to be careful with it. Oh, that's disappointing too. His wrists are lateral. Well, no, that one. Oh man, that's even more annoying. So his right hand does have an up and down, but this one goes this way. So even if he holds the shield like this, like there's no way that notch lines up right for him to fire through. That's annoying. I feel like that's a... Oh man, now things are just falling apart. I had too much enthusiasm early on, and now the toy gods are like, haha, we'll teach you to like a figure too much at the beginning of the review. Okay, so he's also got his nightstick, which is pretty basic and kind of soft. This doesn't look super. I think they could have done more with this. To be honest, it kind of looks like a WWE accessory from Mattel. Like, this could have been a little cooler and more detailed. And the shield is just, it seems like it's just backwards. And I don't this clip thing in this line, it's fine for Marvel Legends, but for this line, this just doesn't seem appropriate. This should have been designed, well, first of all, this should be flipped around, and it should be designed like the Alley Viper shield. So that's, I love the shield overall. They just messed up. Is there any way to just fake it like that? That might be what I do. And it looks, it looks like there's a divot in the shape of this the way it is, so I can't rip this out and flip it around. I mean, I guess I could, but it's not something I particularly want to do. So that's a shame. Figure is still awesome. I still really like Shockwave, but I feel like they blew it with that shield, because it shouldn't be going on his left arm, and it should have a better way to fasten on anyway. Or they should have designed it again like the Alley Viper, where this rotates. So blew it on the design there, but otherwise, and I mean, this isn't blowing it. This is just, this could have been cooler, but it's fine. He's got a cool nightstick, or a nightstick. It's not really a cool nightstick, but it works. It looks like it should look. So there you go. Shockwave, overall cool. I'll fiddle around with him and try and get him a little cooler than he currently is, but I'm still happy with him. Happier than I expected to be. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. I can't get that nightstick in his hand. Now I feel like I have to do that before I sign off. Why is that hand so much tighter? Okay, there we go. Like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about Needless Things. Come back for more toy reviews. Lots more GI Joe coming before the end of the year. And until next time, yo, Joe.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.